are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
And to gain further support, join my channel membership. Hey, motivators, how are you doing today? I am Marlene, and I am the content creator for Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I speak about positivity, motivation, inspiration, mindset shifting, all of that. If you're new here, subscribe to this channel and join my channel membership to gain further support as access to the after show, being a part of the Love Channel member show, and much more, depending on your membership level. So, welcome to today's topic. Today, we're going to be talking about courage and some of the things that it takes courage to do and to be involved in. But before we get into today's topic, let's see who is in the chat. First in, we have Miss Queen Sunkiss. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy new week to you. Thank you so much for being here. And we have a member in the house, Puzzle Pieces, Miss Nexie. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes already. I really do appreciate all of you. Now, let me start by putting this up here. This is where we're going to start by saying the title. Today's topic is the courage to believe. And I have to say that it takes courage to believe, because we live in a world, in a life, around people that are naturally negative. There's a lot of trials that we have to endure on a day to day basis, especially if we're trying to keep ourselves motivated and encouraged and strong. It takes courage to believe that there is actually hope out there. It takes courage to know your worth. It takes courage to do a lot of things, and we're going to talk about that today. So, welcome to those who are here live and those who are watching on the replay. I really do appreciate all of you. First, we have to start off this topic by talking about the courage that it takes to forgive yourself. It definitely takes so much courage to believe in yourself enough. And when you believe in yourself, it starts with forgiving ourselves. We all are human beings. We all make mistakes. We all have done wrong things, but it takes courage to forgive. And I didn't understand this in the beginning of my journey of my self love, my self improvement, my self awareness, just being aware of what I could do as a human being and my healing. To get the healing that you deserve, motivators, we have to have the courage to say, I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to forgive myself for everything that I have done in my life. I'm going to forgive myself for all the wrongs I've done. I'm going to forgive myself for the people that I've hurt. I'm going to forgive myself for what I allowed to happen in my life. I'm going to forgive myself for the things that I couldn't control. I'm going to forgive myself for when I allowed fears and worries to control me. I'm going to forgive myself for not believing in my own personal potential. I'm going to forgive myself for not knowing my worth. I'm going to forgive myself for all of those things so that I can have the courage to believe in myself. I'm going to forgive myself so that I can continue on. A lot of times we're beaten down, just like, just whipped by this life, problems, traumas, people, negativity, life, drama, just all the time. You're being whipped by other people. Life can take a toll on us and hurt us so badly. There can be so much heavy burdens that we have to carry in our head, in our heart, even with us personally, things that we have going on mentally. Our mental health could be on the line. And it's because we have not allowed ourselves to have the courage to forgive ourselves for whatever happened. See, and that takes courage. It takes a lot of courage to wake up in the morning and not let your past come into your present. It takes courage to say, that was before, but here today, this is about my now. It's about who I am today in my present, believing in that and not allowing other people, not allowing myself to be sabotaged. Like having the courage to say, I'm going to stand up today and allow myself to have a great day, to have a good life, to love myself exactly for who I am, for what I am, and for what I deserve. It takes courage. It takes courage to wake up every day and to be, just to be. Okay. And that takes so much courage because this world, this life, especially sometimes our own relatives, your own spouse, significant other, your own friends, trying to achieve certain money, it beats us down because we don't always do what other people want us to do. It takes courage to stand up and say, I'm going to forgive myself so I can live the life that I was destined to live because it's my life. And I can make two choices in this life. I can choose to be negative or I can choose to be positive. I can choose to lay down or I can choose to stand up. See, and that takes courage every day. It's easy to lay down and die. It's easy to be a doormat. It's easy to be miserable, but it takes courage. It takes courage, motivators, to allow yourself to be exactly who you're meant to be. And that means saying, I'm imperfect. That means I've made mistakes. That means I've been jaded. That means I've been angry. That means I haven't always made the best decisions. It's allowing yourself to look at yourself in the mirror and be accountable for what you have done, to also say, this is what I allowed, and also to say, they hurt me and I have to forgive them so that I can move forward in my life. See, we don't know about that personal growth sometimes. It takes personal growth, it takes guts, it takes courage, it takes resiliency to allow yourself to say, I deserve to be who I am. I deserve to stay in this moment right here where I am and learn a lesson so that I can be better in the future. And that's something that we have to learn. It takes courage to assume all of those things, to say, I've made mistakes. I've disappointed people. I haven't always done the right thing. Okay. It takes courage to allow yourself to say, I have not always done my best. I have not always done the right thing. And for various reasons, maybe immaturity, maybe lack of knowledge, maybe the wrong people in our life, maybe we didn't have enough positive support, maybe we didn't know who we are. But it takes courage to say, I'm not just going to say, I don't know how to love myself. I don't know how to forgive. I don't know how to do X, Y, and Z and just stay there. It takes courage to say, I'm going to help myself. I'm going to have the courage to do what other people, maybe my own relative, maybe people around me won't do. But I'm going to do it because I have the courage to continue on. See, motivators, that has to be inside of us. It has to be something downloaded inside of you to know I deserve this. I deserve to live my life. And it takes courage to stand up every day and say, I am not going to be who I used to be. Hey, every day I wake up and I say that. And if it bubbles up to the surface and it starts to come into my mind, I say, nope. We are not that anymore. I am better. Every day you wake up, motivators, and you say, I am better. And it takes courage to say, I'm going to be better. I am better. Okay. I have the courage to forgive myself, to know my own personal strength, and let myself continue on. See, you have to allow yourself to continue on, because you can just go through life being miserable, being angry, or making a personal choice, motivators, making a personal choice. I'm going to make the choice to win. I'm going to make the choice to continue. I'm going to make the choice to go on. Just one more day. See, we take things one day at a time. Don't worry about next week, tomorrow, next year. We're talking about today. Today, I'm going to take control of me, of my thoughts, of my focus, of what I can do. And today, you're going to wake up today and allow myself to continue on just one more day. Just one more day, motivators. Just one more day. Just one more day. Okay. Amen. It takes a lot of courage to do that, depending on what you're going through, depending on the people in your life. It's hard to forgive other people because they hurt us so bad. But if you don't forgive them, you can't forgive yourself. See, I didn't understand that me holding on to the anger, me holding on to the resentment of other people. We think we're hurting other people when we don't forgive them. We think we're hurting whoever by holding on to things, by bringing it up. No. See, when we forgive them, we forgive ourselves. See, then peace can take place in our life. And I say, let peace take place with you. It takes courage. It takes courage to say, I'm not going to be angry anymore. I'm not going to be miserable. I'm not going to blame anybody else. I'm going to be accountable for me. Yeah. See, that's maturity. That's wisdom. That's personal growth, motivators. See, we're better. And you got to wake up every day. You wake up and you say, thank you. I am better. I am better not only because I am better, but because I know better. See, and with knowledge comes the responsibilities. We are responsible for our own self. You are responsible for your own happiness, okay? You're responsible for whatever it is that you do and you don't do. See, a lot of people don't want to take that sort of accountability for themselves. They want to blame, it was you're pointing fingers everywhere other than to yourself. I learned that in therapy. It's okay, motivators. It's okay to look at yourself in the mirror and say, sometimes I just didn't know better. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing is sometimes other people in our life don't encourage us to go after our potential, to use what we have inside of us because they don't know better, they don't want better, they're lazy, or they hate themselves. It's one of those things. But we, see, I'm talking about you motivators, we have to be accountable to ourselves. If you aren't the way that you want to be, whose job is that? See, we're going to be accountable. We're going to be accountable for ourselves. We're going to step into each and every day and say, I love me. Okay, we're going to speak that into existence. I'm going to say, I love myself, and I'm going to prove it every day I wake up. Every day that you're on this side of life, we're going to say, I'm accountable for me. I'm going to say, I'm accountable for me. I'm going to say, I love me. I'm going to say, I forgive me, and let's restart. See, and that's a mindset shifting. See, sometimes we have to allow ourselves to be in the present. See, and that's a forgiveness thing. Sometimes because traumas, difficulties, people, yada, 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 it goes on and on. We can't get there because we haven't allowed ourselves to give ourselves a clean slate, okay? And every day you wake up, you get a brand new 24 hours, a brand new 24 hours with 24 hours new of opportunities. Every day we wake up, we rise up, you have the opportunity to how you're going to look at yourself, how you're going to forgive yourself, what you're going to do, all of those things. And in that, when we forgive others and we forgive ourselves, that takes courage. It takes courage to not be bitter. It takes courage to not want to do something and harm people, beat them up, go off on them. Mm-mm. No, don't bring yourself down to their level, to other people's level. See, you deserve so much better. See, I want to shout that from the rooftop. A lot of times we don't think that we deserve better. And I'm saying to you, whoever needs to hear it, you deserve better. You deserve better than other people, because I know that there's somebody has told you that you're unworthy, you're unloved, and nobody could ever like you, nobody will ever want you in a relationship. You're too old, you're too young, those who have disabilities, whatever, yada yada yada. People with their projections, all of that. See, on here today, we're going to step into our today, our new week, and speak love, prosperity, light, peace, and blessings over ourselves. Every single day, we're going to wake up and do that. And it takes courage to do that because sometimes we don't feel it. We're feeling angry, we feel petty, we feel whatever. But we're going to have some courage. Okay, we're going to have the courage to forgive ourselves and let ourselves continue. We're going to let ourselves have a wonderful day. Speak that into existence, motivators. Speak it into existence. So let me go into the chat and see how everybody is doing. Okay. Hi, Miss Queen. Hey, Butterroll Boutique. How are you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. Hey, Boss Life Online. How are you doing? Member and mod in the house. Hey, Tamika. Welcome. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Hey, friends with super channels. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Sirius. How are you doing? Got mods in the house. Yes, Miss Queen, courage. It takes courage to be yourself. Unreserved, unapologetic, all of that. Taking ownership of me. Every day you wake up, you hold your head up regardless of what you have ever done, regardless of what other people say about you. It takes courage to say, today I'm going to step into the shoes that was meant for me. I'm going to use what has been downloaded inside of me. I'm going to use my potential. I'm going to believe in me, no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it gets, no matter where I have been. No matter what I've done, I'm going to allow myself, I'm going to have enough courage to believe in me, to believe in my worth. Okay. It takes courage, and we're going to do this. We got this, motivators. We got this. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much for being here, Butterroll. So let's get into point number two, motivators. Point number two, let's get it. All right. Point number two, it takes courage to live your personal truth. It takes courage to live your personal truth. So, you know, um, allowing yourself to, be who you are, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror and being okay with who you are, being okay with your body image, being okay with your intelligence, being okay with your backstory, with your past, and allowing your past to propel you into your future. See, we have to use our past as a fuel. We have to use things that may have broke people, may have caused people to want to not even be here anymore. We have to let those things be a fire under us. And it takes courage to live in our personal truth and to be who we are meant to be. It takes courage to wake up every day and say, I'm going to allow myself to be who I am. I'm not going to go by the entertainment world, what the entertainment world says I should look like, be, and do. It takes courage to live in your personal truth and do what you are meant to do. Okay? Do it. It takes courage to believe, and I want to put that out in the atmosphere, and I speak it into existence. I speak it over everyone who is here and watching on the replay. Speak light over yourself. Speak love over yourself. Speak protection. Speak encouragement, and speak about your resilience. Okay. Know yourself, know thyself, know what you can do, know about your personal boundaries. And it takes courage to put boundaries out there. People may not like it. People may not like you, but that has nothing to do with you. What other people think of you is none of your business. It takes courage to just let yourself be who you are and love that and high five that and encourage that you got this. Keep going. I believe in you. Keep on going. Keep on striving. Yeah. You got to be your own best friend. You got to be your own cheerleader. You got to be your own hype person. Okay. Do that for yourself. It takes courage to live your personal truth. So be who you are and love him or love her. It takes courage to do that. There's so many people who are replicas. They're trying to be what other people are. They're trying to live how other people are living. No, you live how you're meant to be. You live based on your financial means, what you can do. As long as are doing your personal best, that's what's important. It doesn't matter what other people think you should have and do and be. See, we're stepping into our new day knowing what we can do. We got to, remove ourselves from all that white noise, all of the projections, all of it. Remove it, block it out, and say, what can I do? What can I afford? What am I good at? And then do that. And it takes courage. And I applaud all of you motivators for being yourself. Yeah, we're going to spread that and we're going to put that out in the atmosphere. If more people would step into being their self, being authentic, being real, loving themselves, they could allow other people to love and be themselves as well. Mhm. That part. Okay, we're stepping into point number three, the courage to believe. Okay, it takes courage each day to just be happy with yourself. You know, be happy with getting older another day, being happy with where you are in your life, learning to enjoy your present. Okay, learning to enjoy what I can do. Don't focus on what I can't do and what I don't have and who I don't have and who supports me. No, I'm just going to step in today and have the courage to say, I'm going to allow myself to be happy today. I'm going to allow myself to smile. And who cares if other people look at you, other people frown at you, other people talk about you, other people yada, yada, yada. Let them talk. Let them be. Let them think. Okay. I'm just going to let myself just relish in me. I love her. Or you say, and or I love him. I love him or I love her. That's what I want you guys to put in the chat. I love myself. I love her. I love him. And I'm willing to do what it takes for me to have the courage to step out and make some decisions sometimes so that I could be happy. And it may mean blocking people. It may say no to something you don't want to do. Okay. It takes courage to allow yourself to know your own personal limits and to let yourself be happy with that. I stand behind that. I will always support those who know their personal limits. Okay. Let yourself be happy. And that takes courage. Okay. Let's get into point number 4. Okay. Point number 4. It takes courage to love yourself. It really does. Love yourself for how you are, for who you are, okay? For what you are and for why you are. Now that why part is that's deep waters for why you are here, why you were made, what you're good at, for what you do, for the impact that you make on other people's life. Each and every one of us makes an impact on other people. Some people are good listeners. Some people have a particular talent. Some people are motivators, encouragers. Some people have a story. Some people just, their spirit is just beautiful. There's a lot of things that each person has. And it takes courage to love yourself for who you are and for why you're still here. Yeah, I applaud that. I'm always going to speak over it because it's easy so many times that you could just give up. You could just throw in the towel and just say, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay. That's an easy thing to do. Life can make you feel that way. Stress can make you feel that way. Certain negative people will make you feel that way. But I applaud all you motivators for having the courage to love yourself for who you are, for what you are, and for why. Your why. Strengthen your why, my motivators, okay? And that takes courage. Point number 5, the courage to believe, the courage to believe. It takes courage to step out on faith and go after your dreams. Yeah, every day you wake up, you may not know the next step ahead of you. You don't know what is going to happen by you just stepping out there and say, but you're doing it anyways. And I applaud you. It takes so much courage to try something new, to keep going even when you lack the support, even when people talk about you, even when people backstab you, even when maybe your financial situation, maybe when you have so much stress, so much difficulties. It takes courage to step out on faith despite despite what you're going through and allow yourself to go after your dreams. Yeah, I say to all you motivators, and I know that there is somebody here that you have a dream, that there's something that you want to do. Step out on faith and go and do it. And you don't have to tell nobody what that thing is. You know what it is. Your higher power knows what that is. Step out on faith and allow yourself to go after your dreams. Have the courage to believe in yourself. Have the courage to do it. No matter how hard it is, no matter how difficult it is, do it for yourself. And that takes a lot of courage. It's hard, it's tough. I know it's not easy, but I encourage all you motivators, keep going. Keep going and do it. Go after your dreams. And I'll say it because you deserve it. Yeah. You deserve it. See, we don't get a lot of that talk from, out there in this world. We don't get that sort of encouragement from even our own relative. You may not get it from your own siblings. You may not get it from a friend. Sometimes we have to pull that strength and that power from within. Within me, there is something I need to do. Within me, I have a goal. Within me, there is a promise. Within me, there is a hope for my future. And I say, to whoever needs to hear it, your hope is bright. Yeah, your hope is bright. See, there's a light inside of and you, a bright light. But it's up to us to pull it out. Pull out that light. Stop dimming your light. Stop dumbing down what you can do. Stop doubting yourself. Step out on faith, and it takes courage. I know it's hard, but it's about writing down some reasonable and attainable goals. It's about having a mentor, a counselor, some accountability partners, and then doing it. There is nothing else to do but to do it. There is nothing else to do. There is nothing else to do but to do it. Get up and just make it happen. It's not about talking about it. It's not about telling other people your goals and your dreams. It takes courage to say, I'm going to do it, being fully convinced, and then allowing yourself, and then stepping through all of the things. Oh, but what if, and how, and the whys, and the could have, and I don't know, and the uncertainty, and then allowing yourself to just do what you're meant to do. Just do the thing. Okay, so that you won't get older one day and just say, man, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that. Don't go through life and say, I wish I would have. Don't live that way. Do whatever it is that is inside of you to do. Step out. Step out on your faith. Step out with courage. Step out believing in yourself. Step out knowing your worth. Stepping out knowing that I can do anything that has come into my mind. See, that takes courage. That takes a strong willpower. That takes a strong desire. Okay, a strong desire. I have the desire to win. Okay, you got to have that inside of you. You can't wait for other people to give us that strength. You can't wait for other people to give you that power. You can't wait for other people to fortify that inside of you. It takes courage to say, I have to do this for me. I have to do this because I believe in myself. Yeah, believe in you, motivators. Don't wait for other people to get on board. Don't wait for other people to give you that hand clap. Don't wait for other people to encourage you. Don't wait for other people to support you. Support yourself and have enough courage to say, I'm going to believe in me even though I don't know how, even though I don't know the when, but I'm going to do it because I know I deserve it. That part. You got to know I can do it because I deserve it, because I am capable, because I know myself, because I know where I have been, and I know where I'm going. That's for somebody. I know where I've been, but I also know where I'm going. See, that's what other people don't know about you. When people look at you, they underestimate you because of your past, because of obstacles, because things that you have been through. And it may have broke other people, but it didn't break you. See, you had courage. See, you're resilient, okay? See, you're here for a reason and a purpose. You're here for a reason and a purpose, and I applaud you for that. It takes courage. It takes courage to give in. It takes courage to not know what is next and still continue on anyways. Go after your dreams and make it happen. It's up to you, motivators. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. I'm just being obedient to what is in my spirit to speak to you all today. Have the courage to allow yourself to have and to be what you deserve to have. See, that's a lot of times we don't think that in our mind. We think that some goals that we have is, but nobody has ever done that in my family. Nobody that I know has ever done it. There's always somebody who has to be the first. There's always somebody who has to be the trailblazer. So step out on that faith. Have the courage to believe in you and to believe in your dreams. All right. I see a lot of comments here. I see a lot of comments. Okay. Let's see what I missed. Oh, thank you so much, Growing What I Eat. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super sticker. It's definitely appreciated. And you know what I have to do? You know what I have to do when the super chat hits. Thank you so much for your super chat. Yes, thank you so much, Growing What I Eat. I really do appreciate that. Okay. Yes, welcome in. Thank you so much. Yes, 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 and yes. Yes, thank you so much. Amen, 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 and speak it. Okay. I really don't remember where I was because I was just on a different uh thing, but okay, I was just talking about being happy with yourself. Okay, I talked about courage to love yourself. I think we are now on 5. It takes courage to step out on faith and go after your dreams. Did I just cover that? Let me go to ask the chat. Did I? I don't think I went through this yet. It takes courage to step out on faith and go after your dreams. Sometimes we don't know. We don't know. It's cloudy. All we know is something has been downloaded inside of us and we have the responsibility to do it. If something is inside of you, go and do it. At least you won't regret it. At least you'll say, I tried. I gave it my best. And that's all we can ask for. Okay. Point 5 is, oh, that's where I left off. Okay. Thank you so much, Sirius. So we're going to go into point number 6. Okay. It takes courage to be bold and unique. Okay. You all heard me. It takes courage. If you have a bold message to speak out of your mouth, it takes courage to step up and to be bold and to, you know, assert yourself, to be, going to school, learning something new, to distance yourself from some negative and toxic people. It takes courage to allow yourself to be uniquely yourself, to be on your purpose, to know what you're about, and allowing yourself to be that. It takes courage to be bold enough to speak up for yourself. I'm not going to be your doormat. You will not use me. You're not going to play games with my heart or my head. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to work on my business. Okay. All of those things. So do those things for yourself. Okay. And it takes courage to be bold and unique. It really does. Because in today's world, it's like you get taken down because you have to put up with so many things for a dollar, you know just to provide for yourself, provide for your family. It takes courage to be bold and say, I'm going to start my business. I'm going to open this and do this. I'm going to travel. I'm going to whatever it is that you do. It takes courage to do that, even though you don't know how, but all you know is there's a why inside that's drawing me like a magnet. I need to go towards that. So go towards it and do that. Okay. It's going to bring a smile on your face. It's going to bring you peace, you know, and you're going to feel good knowing that I did what I wanted to do. And that takes courage when you don't know the how, but you definitely know your why. Strengthen your why and work on you, motivators. Work on you. And I have one more point. The um, so the link is in here for. Um, I think I put the link in here for. Let's see. I think I. Nope, that's not it. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to pin this. Nope, it's not pinning. Nope. I'm gonna try one more time. Nope, it's not working. So we're gonna, I don't know. I hope you can scroll up to the top, Miss Nexie, and get the link. I hope you can. All right, so this we're gonna go to our last point. Point number 7. It takes courage to start again. That's why I saved this one for last, because I know that I will be speaking to somebody. There's a lot of people who had to start their life again in many ways. Some people had to start again from what happened with the pandemic. Some people had to start again because of the end of a romantic relationship. Some people had to start again because of a job changes, job cutbacks. Some people had to start again, go to school. Some people had to start again because they had to move. So there's a lot of reasons in your life where you may have to start again, and that takes courage. And you're going to have to feel uncomfortable sometimes, and you'll feel sad, and you may feel alone, and you may be going through so much and say, how can I go on, and what is my life going to be? But you got to have the courage to allow yourself to be in that and to say, I have the courage I'm going to start again, because your next level will be better because you are going to choose that position. See, there's a position meant to be for each of you. Each and every one of you. There's a position meant to be for you. There's a portion with your name on it, okay? And that's your level. That's meant for you to have. But you can only have it if you give yourself that courage. I'm going to give myself the courage to start over again. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let myself stay down in that pit, in that negativity when I could have been negative, because there are sometimes we have every reason to give up. You do. You have every reason to give up because of a difficulty, because you were abandoned, because you were hurt, because of the past, because of traumas, because of everything that you have been through in your life. It takes courage to let yourself start over again. And because of that, when you choose that better portion that's meant to be for you, it's going to be wonderful. There's going to be an elevation. There's going to be, your light will brighten, your energy will rise, and you're going to feel better about yourself. But it takes courage. And I want to encourage you to push through that uncomfortable, push through the negativity, push through the projection of other people's fears, what other people think when you have to start all over again. It's okay. I reassure you that it will be okay. Okay? I reassure you, but you just have to have the courage to believe that it's okay and I can start over again. So that's what I have. So I'm going to invite up Miss Nexie to the show. Let's welcome her.
Hello,
Hi,
Marlene.
Nexie.
How are you? Hi, chat. How are you doing?
Good.
You
Thank
notice
you.
I was MIA?
Yes.
I'm so glad you had the subject you did today because I had to learn to, and I put it down on your chat, to be selfish with my time, to work on me. Sometimes when I'm overwhelmed, either, by a rough week or, um, you know, problems with others, everybody comes to that one person they know that they can count on for, to help them solve their problems. So when I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, um, and I'm feeling that I'm reaching that point. What is it? The point of no return. When I'm feeling burned down, excuse me. When I'm feeling burned down mentally, physically, I disconnect, which is what I did this weekend. I was hardly on YouTube. I hardly ever go on Facebook anyway. I turned off my phone. I was just relaxing, meditating. I read a book. I disconnected completely so that I could recharge myself up. Cleans all of the negativity that people leave on us on a daily basis, right? And I've learned that, that helps me desensitize from everything. So I take a couple of days, 2 to 3 days off. I don't call anyone, I don't return texts, I hardly open my phone, and I just work on me. I go back to my notes from my therapy and I start going through, the triggers. I start reading where I was at and where I'm at now. And that helps me recharge. But in order to do that, Marlene, you have to be selfish with your time.
Yes. Yes, yes, Miss Nexie. And you know what? I'm so grateful that you have that courage to say that because as human beings, and especially as women, I don't discount the men, but I can't speak on how a man feels because I'm not a man. But a lot
Mhm.
of times as women, we think that, we feel guilty because we need our own personal time. We feel guilty because we're going through something mentally or emotionally, but we have to, like I said, we have to allow ourselves to have that me time, and it takes courage to say, today I'm going to choose myself. And I'm glad that you did that, Nexie. And I talked about that before too, on the refilling your cup, because if you are not full and whole, you cannot give to other people.
Exactly. And sometimes, refilling it, as you say, sometimes, they empty it completely, and they keep on coming for more. So they don't give you time to refill your cup. And of course, they're not going to do it. So when it took me a while, Marlene, to get here. Don't think that I was always like this, like so cool, calm, and collected. It took me a while to understand that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have those moments on where you want to scream to the world. You know what I mean? You just want to yell at everybody. So once you get there, you're starting to get there. For me, it's better to disconnect completely, work on how I got here, analyze on how long has it been since I did this, because I keep records of it. And then, if I see that it's been 2 months and I'm over already at this point, then I'm gonna say, you know what, from now on I'm just gonna do this every 4 weeks.
Right.
So, and it takes a long time, and it does take courage, because there's so many people that need you, right? That are depending on you. But if you're not okay, if you're not, I cannot say 100%, but if you're not at least 80% okay, there's not going to be much you can give to others.
Right. I have to say that that's so true because I can't speak for everybody. I'm just speaking for myself. I usually can push past how I feel physically, but I can't. choose how I feel sometimes mentally. Like if I'm not okay mentally, that means that I've usually not been balanced. I haven't allowed myself to sleep and to eat and take care of myself. So it's one of those things that I have to allow myself to refill my cup up again and say, I need a few days to restore myself mentally. I need a few days to unplug for other people and to plug my own self in to whatever it is that I need.
Yeah, especially right now, Marlene. You know, the holiday season is so, it's so busy for all of us, right? Stores are super crowded. No matter where you go or what time you go, everybody's doing the last minute, gift shopping. There's a lot of the sickness right now. It's a lot of colds, a lot of little ones sick, a lot of people sick. So we get overwhelmed even faster than we would, year round.
Yes.
So I was getting to the point of where I was not going to be good for, to be around anybody.
Mhm.
And I needed to rest, I needed to sleep, I needed to relax, I needed to get out of my head, and get out of my feelings, because I was getting into my feelings. Once I get into my head, then I get into my feelings. And I was like, nope, nope, nope. I need to rest. I need to relax. I need to, close the door to everything, and, get some shut eye, and just watch movies. Or, I watched a movie, a couple of movies. I read a book. I ordered some food. I didn't cook. I was like, I'm not going to do anything but relax. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. You
And
have
I'm
to,
brand new.
yeah. I'm so glad that you're restored, because a lot of us don't understand the reason why we can't do some things. Like sometimes when we have that fog, like when we're in that fog, it's because we're giving ourselves too much power over us. We're allowing people to go past the boundaries because maybe we didn't make them, or maybe they're not listening to them or appreciating them or you, or is we're not putting any time into our own self, our own personal self-care. And I don't mean like taking a bubble bath or anything like that, but like the extra things, like making sure we're getting adequate sleep and eating the proper diet, seeing our personal doctor and doing the things that we need to do for us, getting the exercise, whatever that is according to what your health status is. We have to do those things. And it takes courage to say, I have to stand up and do something for myself, because a lot of times when you have children, you're in a relationship, the job, it's hard to balance all of those things. And it takes courage to say, hey, remember me. Like the voice inside your head says, hey, I know that you're busy taking care of everybody, but hey, remember me.
Mhm.
When are you going to take care of me? And it takes courage to speak up and say that.
Yeah,
And
and to understand yourself to
yeah.
when you get to those levels, for me, is when that, you have a favorite person, right, that you like to talk to, that you like to, you
Hmm.
know every day say hi, or
Hmm.
just chat for a little bit. But when even that, it's already bothering you, that means you're to the limit.
Yeah.
And that's when I understood that, what, before I explode, let's take some time off, because it's not going to get easier. It's a matter of fact, it's probably going to get harder, because Christmas is around the corner, and we're going to get busier, and family and friends. And so, yeah, let me work on this now before I say something that I'm not going to regret.
Right. Yep. And it takes courage to say, I'm not doing okay. A lot
Hmm.
of times we want to appear so tough and to other people, and you could be like in a very bad state. And we always
You're
tell
breaking
people,
apart.
yeah, yeah, you're breaking apart. You're actually like, you're completely frazzled. You're on the point of having a mental breakdown.
Hmm.
But you'll say, oh yeah, I'm fine.
I'll do
I'll
it.
take
I'll do
care of
it.
that. I'll do
Yeah,
that
no
for you.
problem.
Mm-mm.
Are you okay? Perfect.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing amazing. And you're not. So it takes
Exactly.
courage to say, I'm not okay. And I just need my own, I need a few days, a few weeks, a few whatever, so that I can be okay.
Exactly. Exactly. You know that the thing is, if we don't take care of ourselves, nobody else is going to do it for us, right? Because people don't know it's our life. It's our body, our mind, our health, our hearts, everything is ours. So we are the ones that are supposed to be on top of everything like that. And I feel that sometimes, because we want to take that extra step to please someone, or that extra challenge, so that we can say, yeah, I did it. We want to go that extra mile, either
Yeah.
for ourselves or for somebody else or everybody else. I feel that we put our sanity and our health, our mental health, in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And courage is not just to take an action towards somebody else, it's also to take an action towards you.
Hmm.
You have to have the courage to understand, you to say, you know what, I need help.
Yep.
you
And, and
know
I don't mean to cut you off, Nixie,
mm,
but
go for it.
it also it takes courage to say to yourself, I matter too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
matter. We pour into others, and we show other people in our lives how much they matter to us. But it takes courage to say, I matter too, and I deserve to have my time too.
In my therapist, and I'm gonna go in, I hope I don't step on anybody's toes, but my therapist, because I always felt very guilty on doing things for me.
Hmm.
I was like, I could have helped her. Why didn't I help her? I could have done it for him. Why couldn't I? What's wrong with me? And I would always tell him, I don't understand why I feel this way. And he said to me, well, because we've been guilted.
Yep.
All of our lives, since we're little, the first thing, if you do something for you and not your brother, the first thing your parent says is, why are you so selfish?
Yep.
Why aren't you taking it for you and not your brother? So
Hmm.
since we're little, we're conditioned
Yep.
that if we do something for ourselves and not for somebody else first, we're selfish.
Yep. Yeah. And that's something that's so important. And I'm so glad you said that, Nexi, because one of the things I have to work on, and I'm also teaching young people in my family too, that it's not selfish to take care of yourself. Actually, it's selfless. You
Mm-hmm.
have to do some things for you, because I love myself. And I said that to my little cousin the other day, like, oh, you always have your nails done, cousin. I said, yes, because I love myself. And she's looking all confused. And I said, how mommy takes care of herself is how mommy shows she loves herself. So then she's looking, and she's like, okay. She said, okay, I'm gonna love myself too. That's important. So it's like I could
Exactly.
see the wheels turning in her mind, where she's
Mm-hmm.
like, I didn't know I should do things for myself, because these young ones, they are sponges. And
Mm-hmm.
if we don't pour that sort of knowledge and awareness, not just doing things, but also saying, daddy does this, or mommy does this, or uncle does that, or this person or your friend, she has or he has to do that because they love themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to teach them that it's okay you know to take care of you first, because with a better understanding of yourself, on how you feel, your triggers, when you need a rest, when you had up to here because you're overwhelmed. Understanding all those things makes you a better human, a better friend, a better sister, a better mom, a better cousin.
Hmm.
So taking care of you is not selfish. It's not being selfish. It's not being conceited, or it's not being, it's all about me. It's not that. It's just that, mental health requires for you to be a little selfish with your time.
It really does. It really
And
does.
then teaching them those things, they grow up to be healthier humans.
Yeah. And it also teaches them, it teaches them boundaries. It
Hmm.
teaches them self
Self-love.
yes, self-love, confidence, boldness. So it teaches them a lot of things to say it's okay to say no.
It's
um
okay to be me.
it's okay to be me. It's a lot of lessons in having those conversations with the younger ones, and even with your own relatives, the ones that really support and love you. You need to teach them too that while I love you, I need my time too. Okay,
Hmm.
so
And teach them to take their time too.
yeah, yeah, and you need to teach them like once a week. And I tell them too, next week Friday I'm going to be offline and nothing is wrong. Yeah, I have to go offline so that I can recharge.
Hmm.
So don't think something is wrong, but you're not going to hear from me. I'll say like next Sunday you won't hear from me, and nothing is wrong. I just need to recharge. So now they know, but before they used to be like all worried and all of these things because I didn't tell them anything. So I tell
Hmm.
them in advance, I'm taking a me day, and they say, oh, okay, yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. I
she's
don't get
okay.
those so often. So when I get to the point of, okay, I'm not sleeping well. I'm not coordinating well. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I turn everything into one of those black curtains, and I block everything out because it's the only way I'm gonna be able to recharge. I if I schedule it, sometimes I know I'm not gonna have the time. So I do it when I'm like at the point, Marlene, where I'm like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, like no more. I'm
No more,
full.
people, no more.
Right.
Because if I
No, no,
if I
no.
schedule it, I'm gonna cancel it.
Right, and it feels like sometimes you're drowning because
Yes.
it's like, okay, I was like just a little bit like I mean, one time I felt like I was here. I was like, oh no, I'm about to go under. If there's
I'm about
one
to chew
strong
your
wind,
head off.
I'm under the water. So you got to know when you're full. And I've learned also, don't try to convince other people that you need that time. You just say,
Mm-mm.
I'm going offline, and then that's it. just
Mm-hmm.
just do it like what you did next. You turn off your phone, turn off, unplug, recharge, and then just do what you need to do so that you can be okay. And that definitely does take courage. So I
Yeah.
do, I do, I do thank you for this coming up and saying what you said, because I can say what I say, but I love hearing the perspectives of not only you but everybody who is in the chat. It's really appreciated. And your final words, Miss Nexia.
Just take the time you need. People that love you and care for you understand that we're human and we need that time for ourselves. People that don't love you or don't really care for you are going to be the ones always trying to make you feel bad. So just do whatever you need to do to recharge, recollect yourself, and so you can have a better, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy mind. That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, Marlene.
Thank you so much, Nexie. I really do appreciate you and everybody who was in the chat, and those of you who are watching on the replay. My replay gang, thank you so much for supporting me and this channel. And like I always say, it's not always the easiest to step up and to say the things that we want to say, the things that we need to say, but we have to communicate how we feel. Some people will be upset when you set those boundaries, but you have to have the courage to say, because I love myself, because I believe in me, because I know my limits, because I know my talents, I'm going to have the courage to do what I need to do for me because I love her or I love him. That's definitely shows our willpower, and it shows how we've grown, how we've matured as a human being. So keep on going in the journey of your self love. And it takes courage to believe in yourself, but you can And you will. Every day is a new day, and allow yourself to have all of those things and have the courage to speak up and to speak it into existence. I can do this. It's for me and I deserve it. So thank you so much, Nexi, and thank you so much to the chat.
Bye, everybody. You're welcome, Marlene.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll see all you members in the members only. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys, members over, hit the link. And to everybody who is here in the chat, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.